Well, hey there. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So I woke up. I want to make this video for you guys. This is a twin flame higher vibration love reading, okay? So really about becoming your highest self is really your best self. That's really what we're working on. If you want to join the Empress Club, I invite you to do that. There's a link below to do that. This is where we talk about becoming the highest version of yourself. That's really the mission, okay? So that you can carry out your mission, becoming stable, doing the work you're meant to do here on this planet. So this morning I woke up. This is, we're kind of early here on a Sunday morning before we go and head out and do some gardening, get your hands in the dirt, do some good stuff here, walking around, hanging with the kitties, whatever. Whatever we're going to do today. I want to make this video because I woke up this morning with the question, who are you keeping yourself small for? And a lot of folks that find themselves in unhealthy connections that need healing, connections that are on your path right here. If you're open to your spiritual path, that's a lot of the reason why you're watching these videos is you're open to your spiritual path. So you can get stuck for other people, okay? It's not that everybody that's in our life that, is toxic is obviously toxic, right? Some of them are. We've talked a lot about those folks, narcissistic partners and partners that, just plain old garden variety selfish, right? But there's a crop of people in your life as you go on this spiritual journey. So this is like, okay, the beginning, the first couple of layers of it. It's easy to see, especially when you're open to your spiritual nature. It's easy to see who's like, that's got to go, right? Easy. Not easy to do, but easy to see. And that's like the first couple layers of your spiritual journey is you're coming to terms with the idea that, oh, I'm in this unhealthy, toxic relationship or unhealthy, toxic job or something along those lines, right? However your, pre-spiritually awakened self thought was fine. Fine's a 4-letter word. We all know that. Now we're talking about, oh yeah, that job really sucks the life out of me, but I need a paycheck, right? There's always a but I need a paycheck, but I need this, but I need that, okay? Here's the thing. The byproduct of you opening to your spirituality is not about settling for stuff like that. It's going to push you, or you get stuck, right? It's going to push you to be like, this isn't for me anymore. And the first layer of it, like I said, is kind of simple to see because you know your feelings about the situation. What gets more and more challenging is when things have real hooks in you because of lessons you need to learn that you're resisting learning because you're imagining that it will be painful on the other side. You're not seeing that on the other side of working through this, letting go of a job that doesn't work for you, letting go of friends that don't work for you anymore, letting go of behaviors that don't work for you anymore, right? A lot of partying, a lot of, heavy drinking or drugs or whatever it is that aren't, that are sort of masking your feelings, masking your, and played out like, oh, that's fun. As you open and awaken to your spiritual nature, you'll be like, yeah, that doesn't really interest me anymore. I don't really feel like going out and getting plowed with everybody. There's plenty of times for cocktails and enjoying your friends. There's a different energy to that. Then I'm going to go out and get plowed and not remember what I did and feel bad about it the next day or feel, self-loathing or whatever you're going to do. When you're in self-love, hey, cocktails, whatever you want to do in the vein of your joy. And most of the time I will be honest with you. Like, I love wine. I love all this stuff. There's nothing really wrong with that, as long as it doesn't become addictive or become something like that. But as you kind of accelerate here, as you move up this ladder, you're not going to really want to do that stuff anymore. It's going to sort of like float away from you a little bit. It'll be like, yeah, you know what? I'll go out and hang with my friends. It's wonderful to be in their presence and go to listen to music. Don't cut yourself out of joy because you think, the spiritual life has got to be this cloistered, closed down thing. Not at all. You're out in the world. This is about evangelizing your own joy, right? People see your spirit. People see that. And you're not telling them what to do. You just be like, this is it. So this is how I had, become joyful in my life. Other people will be inspired by you. And that is what the spiritual path really is. Jesus and, there's a million teachers, right? That Jesus is always the one that's uppermost in my mind because that is someone who is a guide for me, in terms of, I always have this 70s guitar playing Jesus in my head because that's the joyful nature of love everyone as yourself. Spread love, spread joy. It's contagious, right? And I don't believe in the religious dogma. I don't believe in the masculine structures of religion. I don't subscribe to any of that. No judgment. Do whatever you want, whatever feels right for you. I'm saying I take on teachers. I look to teachers and I, choose what resonates. Just like when you watch these videos, choose what resonates and what doesn't. You're like, oh, that's not for me. Perfectly. No, do, because y'all have your own path. And I'm walking my path, and my path says to me this morning, who in your life, who are you staying small for? That's the message that came through loud and clear this morning. Who are you staying small for? After I realized that I was in grief over my father passing away when I was 14 and I never truly metabolized that, I see how some of these relationships in my life have kept me in that grief by keep reminding me of that relationship. I no longer need to be reminded of that relationship. Now I see the grief that I had that got stuck, right? Because I was like, well, I think this person, was an awesome person. No question about it. Was the relationship always healthy for me? Definitely not. So those are the things I need to come to terms with, not being like, oh, I hate my father. Like I don't at all. Like amazing human being, incredible human being. But some of the messages I took, you can never tell what a kid, internalizes. You know what I'm saying? And so, yes, there are plenty of reasons to be like, oh, that was kind of a toxic situation. But you hear me talk about my mother all the time. I don't talk about my dad that much. He died when I was kind of a kid, when I was 14. So now I'm starting to explore those messages and, things I took on as were my, mantle from that experience. Now I'm coming out of it and seeing what things I'm going to choose to put aside. They're like, that was maybe their belief system. I see the error in that from my perspective, just from my spiritual advancement kind of perspective. I see that doesn't work for me. And it may have worked in 1974, but in 2019, we're moving forward. We're advancing. We're elevating. We're moving to the new earth. If you're watching these videos, this is about moving into the new earth. This is about the next level of expansion and of walking this thing can be a little, painful because you're leaving people behind. You're leaving situations behind. You're leaving things behind that at one point you embraced as healthy, joyful, or whatever. And now you're starting to see, as you elevate through this, you're starting to see, that's too small for me, or that doesn't work for me anymore. Nothing wrong with those people, but for me, right, I choose to let that go. I choose to be grateful for the experience, not hacking anybody off out of your life. It's just what you choose, how you choose to spend your time, how you're choosing to move forward in your mission. Your job, along with me, is to hold that torch for other people. Be the lighthouse, not the storm, remember? So I'm going to pull I'm going to do this. I'm going to pull a Wisdom of the Oracle card here this morning for the journey. I'm also going to pull a Sacred Traveler card, the Denise Lynn deck, and I am going to pull a Gaia card. I love this deck too. And this is really just about your own spiritual path. All right. I can pull a couple cards about the divine masculine or your counterpart, and we can do that too. But right now, I really want to just focus on your growth, your path, because that masculine or that, not gender, right? There's divine feminine, divine masculine, and that's the two sides of the one soul. But this is not necessarily about gender. Got me? I definitely am a divine masculine. No question. So that is how I have been presenting in the world. I've been presenting in very masculine energy. And I'm also now balancing into my feminine yin energy. And that, oh wow. Holy cow, to the sea. Are you kidding me, universe, to the sea? That, most of you know that I live in New England. I live in Connecticut, and used to live in Maine for 15 years. And this summer I have chosen to spend my time, maybe longer than this summer, but I've chosen to spend my time, and literally the sea is right out there, to the sea. And I'm going to take a drink here before I start. To the sea. Look at that. She's in a little boat. You see, she's in a little boat. And she is focused. You see how her compass is focused forward, going to the sea. The sea is feelings. The sea is, and you can see her guides up in the sky, the sun, or her guides, or whoever that is to you. Right? And I'm going to read this. This is card number 7. 7 is an extremely spiritual number. I pull these cards from the bottom of the deck. I don't do that with any other deck. But this deck, for some reason, I pull from the bottom, because the bottom of the deck, to me, if you're taking the tarot class, or if you want to take the tarot class, our first live class is June 13th. So there's a link below to jump on the class. You need to be in the class to take part in that. So FYI. But in the tarot class, I talk about the card in the bottom of the deck and why it's so important. It's the stuff that's going on underneath, maybe in your subconscious, maybe things that need to come to the surface, maybe what's going on that you're not seeing. Okay, the sea. Being in flow, returning to source, recognizing how pieces fit together. What have I been talking about today? A natural pattern of events. Isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when events and conditions seem to engage you in a way that is fluid and effortless? This card reminds you that going with the flow is exactly what you need to do right now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. Bing. There are no points in relationship when you have to decide to go with the flow rather than dictate the course you share with another. Can you let go of the need to have things your way, and allow the relationship itself, your combined goals and desires, to steer the ship? Can you both transcend your personalities and allow the partnership to form its own identity, its own energy? Now is the time to relax and see where this mutual journey leads. So that is, I get total goosebumps when I read stuff like that, because this is, she's not steering, she's not rowing, she's not doing the masculine stuff of being on the ocean or on the sea or on the river. She's just allowing the flow to take her. And on a Sunday, or whatever, a day when you are completely in your own flow, no one is around you telling you what to do. No one's, you are in flow. And wouldn't that be wonderful to have that every day? Wouldn't that be wonderful? So I feel like part of the mission here at this channel is also to help you move into your own abundance, move into your own state of flow, so that you're not having to go to a job that you hate. You're not having to do those things. Things just flow for you, right? Whatever your talent, whatever your mission here is on this planet, we're going to start doing more of this summer, because I feel like that's the thing. That's the thing that brings you to freedom. That's the thing that brings you into union. That's the thing, being in flow. Absolutely being in flow. So Sacred Traveler, I'm going to pull a Denise Lynn card. Boy, her deck is so, I just love it. It feels good to me. It's like, it's a little bit heavy. I will say that to you, Denise, but it's substantial. I feel that. I feel it. Okay, you, I see. Okay, there's 2 here? Yes, 2. Vast vistas. Expand your horizon. Reaching your destination. This is the way to do it. Out to sea, expand your horizons, expanding vast vistas. That totally is in alignment with what I just said to you about who or what is keeping you small. Who's keeping you small? And what does that mean to you? Right? I have my own definition of what staying small is. It's like I'm staying small so that I won't upset other people. I'm staying small because that's what they expect of me, or that's what makes them feel comfortable. It's not necessarily about my success or my joy or my happiness. This is what makes other people feel good. And, what will the neighbors think? If you live your life like that, you are not in flow. Okay? So I'm going to read this Vast Vistas one because I haven't seen that one in a while. Wow. Vast vistas. Expand your horizons. See the world around you in new ways. This is not a time to think small. It's an exciting time for you. You may travel or new adventures be in your future. Think outside the box. Ideas and projects that you've been contemplating are now moving toward manifestation. Unconventional relationships may flourish. Take time to nurture your dreams, for big changes are ahead. Right in the flow of what we're talking about. Okay? This is for some of you who do yoga, you know how you have to have a point, right? To keep yourself in balance. Your set point, or whatever your teacher calls it. Your locus point, whatever the point is in the room, or whatever when you're doing yoga. It is about keeping your balance. There is something here in your, if you have an inner ear infection, you lose your balance, right? It's the same kind of idea. It is about keeping your balance as you're moving forward, thinking big, and focusing in on your mission, your North Star. You have your own lighthouse. You have your own guides, teachers, whatever. Those are the people who are lighthouses for you as you become a lighthouse for other people. Wow, where'd that come from? Okay. Reaching your destination. I love this because I just do. All your hard work and efforts are about to pay off. Glory, triumph, and success are yours. If you've given your power away, now is the time to reclaim it. It's time to stand in your own light. A destination is less of a place, but more of a new way of seeing the world. Your dreams are moving to fruition. If you had any incomplete projects or unresolved relationships, this is the time to complete them. This is an important part of reaching your destination. Take time to celebrate and acknowledge your successes in life. Seriously. Sorry, when I hit the table, the camera goes a little lighter. Sorry about that. So if I'm pounding on the table, you're like, stop the movement. This is really about, see how it's in a bubble. Oh, there's a butterfly. Soulful Revolution, there's a butterfly. So you see how this is your vision. The new earth that we're moving toward in this spiritual awakening and ascension is not necessarily a physical place. It is a mindset. It is a methodology of how you move through life. It is your higher vibration, all right? So being in high vibration, you're attracting in those other people and other experiences that are also in high vibration. You're moving away. The job will not stay. And I know some people are like, oh, I really need the paycheck. Here's the thing. You're expanding, you're elevating your skill set, you're in joy, you're in that joyful place. I promise you. You will be attracting opportunities that are much more, conducive to that higher vibration. Those low vibration jobs that you really hate, gonna go away. All right, gonna go away. Part of the law of attraction is not that you have to create something brand new and attract it in. It already exists. The work you want to do on this planet already exists. It's your job to push it out and, make it bigger for yourself and make it bigger for other people. What is your mission? Is your mission to inspire others? Okay, well then how? Ask the universe. Show me how. Bring it across my path. Bring things in and then pay attention. You guys are really great at paying attention to, 222 and 8888. I saw 4 8s on a license plate the other day. What does it mean when you ask in the Empress Club forum? My question is, what does it mean to you? Okay? So do the work of learning numerology, learn about signs and symbols, learn about these things, and then you are your own interpreter. It's not up to me to tell you what 222 means to you. It's not up to me. It's up to you. 8888, for me, I saw that on a license plate yesterday as I was driving around getting stuff for potting plants and things. I was like, that's about hard work. That is about industry. That is a masculine number. It is about putting action to the yin energy of seeing the vision, right? Balancing those two things, right? 8888 is a very powerful masculine number. But I know my mission right now is more yin. So how can I balance that, right? So this is a think project for me today as I'm, doing the stuff I'm doing outside. I'm percolating on that. I'm asking my guides, what does that mean for me? Right? What does that mean for me? I know numerologically what it means. I know, what I feel, and those things are irrelevant. Ask for more information. Do a reading for yourself, or see online any of the readers that you really like. If you come across a title that really has resonance for you, watch it. I don't care if you're a Virgo and it's for Pisces. I don't really care about that. I care about most of the good readers, all of the good readers that I see on YouTube. I know their intention is, what messages need to be heard right now? What is my job in channeling those messages? What is my job here? What do I need to say? Bring me the right words. Bring me the right mission. Bring me the right message on mission. And how can I empower those who have impact on those who are watching it, to have them go, oh, wow, right? For yourself. That's exactly when you see those signs and symbols and stuff like that. What do they mean to you? That's what's most important, because you are on a mission, whether you know it or not. And what is keeping you small? Why are you staying small for this person? Why? Think about it. Why? Let's pull one Gaia card, and then I will, I feel like, I'll do it because I said I would do it. A couple tarot cards here. So, okay, you. Sacred Earth Mother, message of love. Oh, that's so beautiful. That is about, let me see here. I'm going to read this. We travel the endless corridors of our mind until one day we find a pathway that leads us to our heart. Who you are truly has nothing to do with your personality or your achievements, successes, or failures. The you think you are is an actor, playing a role that your soul has chosen. The essence of you is soul, light, with no beginning or end. You are an eternal spark of pure creativity, unlimited potential that yearns to be expressed and fulfilled. Your potential is your destiny. It awaits your call. Trust your heart and apply its love and wisdom to all you do. In this way, you create or do. In this way, all you create and do will be a true expression of your soul. It is through expressing your truth that you create things of lasting value. Amen to that. So a couple little cards about the journey right now, just to get you grounded in what is going on for the collective right now. I'm going to be doing more lives for the collective, for Twin Flame. I'm going to be doing more lives. So that's one of the things we're expanding on the channel. I'm also going to be doing special lives for the Empress Club, just in Facebook, just in that. That's the only place you can find it. So if you want to join, there's a link below, like I said before. So, all right. So a couple cards for the collective here on the Twin Flame journey here. Oh, that's interesting. Moon. This is the moon runs the tides, right? The moon, push and pull. The moon is in charge of all cycles of life on this planet. It is watery, it's Pisces. It is about going to sea, right? It is about that original thing, about knowing your feelings, knowing what is driving. The feelings are connected to your intuitive sense. When you know your feelings, you really are opening to intuition more and more and more. That's why when stuffing feelings down and I'm not going to feel that and everything like that, that's why those things become toxic, because you're not open to spirit. You're not open to what is coming toward you. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this feels to me like, what this says to me is divine masculine, divine feminine. You guys are both on mission. 8 of Pentacles. Remember, I just said 8, 8, 8, 8. In the middle there is doing the work. King of Wands is very passionate, taking action on those things. 10 of Cups is the receptivity, the feminine receptivity. This feels really good to me. I like this. I like this. I like this. So, and here is the spark. Ace of Wands. The brand new thing that is coming through the combination of yin and yang. Moon here is the yin energy. 8 of Pentacles is the yang. And this is going to be completely balanced as you allow yourself to float, go to sea, be in flow. Vast vistas, opening to your expansiveness here, expanding your horizons, letting go of people and things and jobs and situations that are keeping you small. Expansion is really what we're talking about here. Expansion. 10 of Cups, big love. It is a transformative experience and a sacred message of love to you, to remind you as you go on your mission that you are connected to source. You are loved all the time. You are protected all the time. This is what is going on for you because there is a message for you, a learning for you. Okay? All right, my darlings. Wow. I'm going to go out and enjoy the day now. Please, you too.